Yo, good evening and Merry Christmas to everyone in the USA, Canada, all over the world, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Greginator, YouTuber, host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you are now listening and tuning in and rocking with the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, episode 39, the Christmas episode. All right. And we have a good one for you today. Now, I'm sorry for the delay of episode 39. I didn't get a chance to record 39 yesterday. I was very tired. Um, Um, and I had to get ready for work the next day, which is today. So, in honor of Christmas, we have some stuff to go over. We got some music artists to go over. We got a little bit of TV shows and stuff to actually go over as well, and one Christmas movie to go over, and basically that's about it. Um, all right. So first and foremost, if you are a new listener and a YouTube watcher in the YouTube universe and you miss any previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got your back. All you need to do is go grab the subscribe button. Make sure you enable alerts along with the notification bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes that was recorded that will be automatically uploaded and posted to the Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast channel page. Make sure you download your favorite episodes. Make sure you basically share the videos, the episodes, tell a friend to another friend, and I will actually talk about the audio streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show. All right. Now, as for my mental health check-in of how I'm doing today, before I even get started on the review, um as for me, despite the despite the bullshit with with my mother, um I was not going to let that stop me from recording a Christmas episode for you guys. So mentally, I was a little overwhelmed with all the stunts that was being pulled behind my back. And it's crazy because I've been dealing with this for like 36 years of my life. So anyway, so mentally I'm overwhelmed and stressed. Physically and spiritually physically I am tired because I did a lot of walking today. Not just for work, but but you know, constantly going from bus stop to bus stop. All right. So, you know what I mean? And another important thing about mental health check-in is basically it's all about your well-being, not just myself, but it's also about you and what you're going through. So please reach out to your loved ones, especially especially your husbands, your wives, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, and of course your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends and stuff. Those individuals might be fine on the outside, but on the inside, they are not. All right. Um, so um, so there you have it. You don't need to wait for Mental Health Day and Mental Health Awareness Month in May of each year to reach out to somebody. It's all about going with your gut and taking a risk. You can't put a time frame on everything. And of course, you should know that when you take a risk, you get rewards. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, you know, compassion and empathy actually are important when it comes to, trying to reach out to somebody, especially what they're going through and stuff. So, you want to be able to be there for them for more support. And you can't put a price on more support when it comes to certain situations, you know what I'm saying? So you just follow your heart, your soul, your mind, and your instincts, all right? Um there you there you go right there. So um I like to actually um there's another thing I actually want to let's get into the show. So, you know what I mean? So, hang on a minute here. Our first segment right here, we're gonna be doing some musical aid first right here. And for those of you who may or may not know what that is, this is basically about how um we review the bodies of work of music artists such as rappers, groups. You have hip hop artists, you have singers, EPs, albums. I might review mixtapes next year, so I'm not really too sure if I'm gonna do it right now. So um we'll see what happens. And yeah, so let's get into this right here. So um now I am reviewing singles actually, and in honor of Christmas, I decided to review the Christmas songs and stuff. And this one right here is on my playlist right now, which is by the Dirty Boys. First time I heard this song, that was around the time I was like in Florida and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And their Christmas song is called "All I Want for Christmas Is to Get a Crunk." Now, and that single is like, yo, this is just crazy, man. And I got that on my playlist because that was one of my favorite songs whatsoever. And they are from what is it? Let me see where they are from actually. Just give me a second. Hold on a second. Let me see where they're from. All right. The Dirty Boys are from they are from they're from Montgomery. Montgomery. Hang on a minute here. History of a murder. Well, no. Anyway, so yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, they're from West Montgomery. Okay, there you go. Um, so like I said, they're from Montgomery, Alabama. Of course, composed of cousins Big Pimp Daniel Thomas, born 1978, and Mr. G Stacker the Gangster, Tavares Webster, born in 1981. And their most popular album, Keep It Pimp and Gangster, peaked at number 13 on the top R&B hip hop albums chart and number 63 on the Billboard 200. Okay, we get that. We get that though, man. So, actually, actually, yeah, this came out. I forget what year this came out though. I forget when this came out though, man. Hold on. Man. Yeah, when did this came out? Hold on. So this is yeah. All right. I- I'm not gonna stay here for too long on this. So I'm trying to look for some information about them actually. That's why it's taking me that long. Um yeah. So let's take a look here. So hold on a minute. This is this was released in 2005 as a single, and the genre is crunk and Christmas music. So okay, so let's look up what crunk is. So so the word crunk originating from the southern United States and reliant on drum machines and synthesizers staff to create an energetic, often oriented sound. Let's see. Let's take a look at the full description. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So crunk music originates from the southern United States, particularly Memphis and Atlanta. Nearly all crunk music is heavily reliant on the beat, which, unlike most hip hop, is rarely constructed with samples. Instead, Roland TR dash 808 and 909 drum machines are employed along with aggressive mid or high tempo stabs of synthesizer. The result is often energetic and dance oriented in nature, which is enhanced by lyrics that directly address the crowd and give them directions. These lyrics are usually, but not always, shouted in an aggressive manner, further emphasizing the physical style of the music. Okay, okay, so that's what crunk means. All right. And of course, this is Christmas music. Okay. Christmas music is associated with the Christian holiday of Christmas, but also often celebrating the winter season in general or the pagan holiday of winter solstice. Okay. Now, I don't know what a solstice is, so I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means, but let's look this up, man, because I hear a homeboy of mine who mentioned solstice. Um so we're gonna look this up right now. Okay, so the solstice is the time or date twice each year at which the sun reaches its maximum or minimum declination, marked by the longest and shortest days, about June 21st to December 22nd. So the meaning behind solstice is so the word solstice ultimately derives from the Latin solstitium, which comes from the parts sol, sun, and sister, to to stand still. This means that solstitium literally translates to something like the standing still of the sun. Hmm. Hmm. This is and I don't know why is this I'm not sure why it's celebrated, but okay, so spiritually, these celebrations symbolize the opportunity for renewal, a shedding of bad habits and negative feelings, and an embracing of hope amid darkness as the days once again begin to grow longer. Um, So, all right, all right. So there you go. Um, I do apologize for the the sidetrack here. I was because because I was very curious to know what the hell solstice actually means. That's why I was like, what is going on here? And this is just and it's crazy because because I was watching a homeboy's um Instagram live, and he was talking about the word solstice, and I was like, let me look this up because it didn't make any sense to me. And I was like, because he knows astrology and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I don't usually do, I don't usually do this, but I figured I actually, fill you guys in that's listening out there. Um so there you have it though, man. Anyway, our next hip hop artist is a rap duo called Blackalicious. So Blackalicious is an American hip hop duo from Sacramento, California, made up of rapper of Gift Gift of Gab and DJ slash producer Chief Excel. They are noted for Gift of Gab's often tongue twisting multi what is this? Multi-syllabic complex rhymes and Chief Excel's soulful production. The duo released 4 full-length albums, Nia in 1999, Blazing Arrow in 2002, The Craft in 2005, and Amani Volume 1 in 2015. Gift of Gab died in June 2021. Damn. Damn. Wow. So, oh my gosh, wow. That's crazy, man. Okay, before I even get to their Christmas song, let me just fill you guys in on their career. So this is from 1992 and 1999, early years, Quantum Project's new album, while Tim Parker, aka Gift of Gab, and Xavier Mosley, Chief Excel, spent their early childhood years in Los Angeles and the San Francisco Bay Area, respectively. The two first met while attending John F. Kennedy High School in Sacramento, California. At the time, Gift or Gav was known as Gabby T, while Chief Excel went by the stage name of DJ Ice-Ski. Um, After graduating from Kennedy High in 1989, the two went their separate ways. In 1992, during a time when Excel was attending the University of California, um, Davis, Gift of Gab joined him in Davis, California to form Blackalicious. At UC Davis, um, Excel had been working with a hip hop group named Soul Sides, whose members included DJ Shadow, Latif, the Truth Speaker, lyrics and lyrics born. Soul Sides Records was the name of the collective's Northern California record company, and in 1994, the label released Black Alicia's debut single "Swan Lake," which garnered acclaim with the independent music scene. In 1995, Black Alicious released an EP titled Melod- Melodica on the Soul Sides Records. By 1997, Soul Size Records had transformed into the now acclaimed Quantum Projects. And under this label, the group released a 1999 EP titled A2G, featuring the hyper accelerated song Alphabet Arabics. Later that year, the group released its debut full-length debut album, Nia. The album was released in Europe by Mo Wax on August 30th, 1999. The and later re-released in the United States by Quantum Projects on February 29th, 2000, with a slightly altered track list. So this is from 2000 to 2004, MCA Records Blazing Arrow album. In 2000, the group signed a major deal with MCA Records. In 2002, MCA slash Universal released Blazing Arrow, which boosted guest appearances, including Zach D. La Rocha of Rage Against the Machine, Questlove of The Roots, and legendary soul and jazz musician Gil Scott Heron. Blazing Arrow contains the song Make You Feel That Way, which became a fixture on radio stations. Following a promotional tour, both Axel actually, um, and Gab began working on separate projects. In 2004, Gift of Gab released his first solo album, Fourth Dimensional Rocket Ships Going Up. 2005 to 2005 to 2013, the Craft album, additional solo projects. The pair returned in 2005 for their third album, The Craft, released under Anti and Quantum Projects. For this album, the group worked with Grammy Award winning engineer Russell Elevado. The album contained more live instrumentation compared to previous Blackalicious albums and was met with positive acclaim. Following the release of The Craft, Gift of Gab joined a supergroup called the Mighty Underdogs, which released an album dropping science fiction in 2008. Gift of Gab then went on to release two additional solo albums, Escape to Mars in 2009 and The Next Logical Progression in 2012. So 2014 to 2021, Alphabet Aerobics in Pop Culture, a mining album, Gift of Gab's passing. On October 28th, 2014, actor Daniel Radcliffe, famous for his role as Harry Potter in the popular film series, recited the full lyrics to the Blackalicious song Alphabet Arabics after being challenged by The Tonight Show Jimmy Fallon, who called it one of the trickiest, fastest songs I know. Hold on, folks, as I take a sip. Okay, yeah, since then, the lyrics to Alphabet Arabics have been recited throughout media outlets in various contexts. Blackalicious also reworked the song with sports themed lyrics for the Bleacher Report. In 2015, after 10 years since releasing the project together, Gift of Gab and Chief Axel announced the fourth Blackalicious album, Imani Volume 1. The group partnered up with Pledge Music to give dedicated fans um the opportunity to purchase the album and other special items, with over 120% of the project's goal funds being met. Imani Volume 1 was released on September 18th, 2015, and was well received by critics. In, in January 2015, Gift of Gab stated that Imani Volume 1 would be the first in a three-volume series to be released over a 2-year period. In February 2019, Gift of Gab stated that the group had over 70 recordings in progress and was in the process of selecting and polishing 14 tracks for Amani Volume 2. In October 2019, the duo was reportedly putting the finishing touches on the album. Gift of Gab suffered from a kidney failure and spent a period of several years regularly undergoing dialysis. He had a kidney transplant in January 2020. He died on June 18th, 2021, of natural causes at the age of 50. Wait, whoa, whoa, man, that's crazy, man. That's really crazy. You know what? Um, Wait a minute here, man. So, um, anyway, man, that's crazy right there, though, man. Now the reason why I wanted to review Blackalicious is because of the simple fact that I do remember their song Toy Jackpot that was featured in a Target commercial. The first time I heard this song, man, I knew I had to add that to my playlist. So we're gonna we're gonna get to that shit. So um yeah, yeah. Just a second, folks. Yeah. This is let me see. Let me see. Wait, this is hold on a minute here. Oh, here we go. This was in 2010. Holy shit. Yes, this was in 2010 as a matter of fact. Let's take a look at this okay, this was the Target commercial. Let me see. Yeah, um yeah, hold on a second, man. Hold on a second. There's gotta be more to this information. Um Oh man, that's crazy, man. Um, Hang on a second. Now these are just lyrics. Let me just okay. So let's take a look at okay, so um okay. Okay, so for whatever reason, commercials seem to be the way to find new music, at least during the holidays. First, it was Hyundai, and now Target's tossed out a commercial with a catchy track. Blackalicious um Toy Jackpot captures that enthusiasm you had as a kid on Christmas morning. I'm a sucker for hip hop that tells a story, and with Christmas counting down, this track hits the spot. Yes, this is my favorite. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs, man. You know what I mean? Um, and this is very interesting, man. And I that was it's still my jam too, man. You know what I'm saying? This is actually my jam. Um, so yeah, that's actually my jam though, man. So that was and like I said, man, when I heard the commercial for Target and they played that track, folks, let me tell you something, man. Imagine you adding that to your playlist to your your phones or whatever, man, with whatever Christmas songs you like or whatever. Like you can't go wrong with Christmas songs and hip hop. You can't go wrong with that shit though, man. And that and that's what really attracted me to this shit. Oh man. Yeah, that right there is like um and first of all, um f- and this was let me see. This was released hold on a second. Hold on a second, man. Hold on a minute. Yay. Um, hang on a second. Um, yeah, this is like a 30-second. I mean, you know what I mean? Hold on. So ill one of the ill side effects of the Christmas season now beginning in November is that we have to hear the same old Christmas music for even longer. Sure, there's some nice songs, but we felt the whole genre could use a refreshing up. So we gave about 100 bands ranging from Dan Deacon, Blackalicious, and Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings briefs to some themes that we created. Their songs became the soundtracks for TV scripts and eventually came together to create a modern holiday album called The Christmas Gig. The album was promoted with live performances on morning shows and late night TV and was available for free um, download at target.com/holiday album, as well as traditional Christmas red vinyl. Wow. Wow, that's very interesting, man. That's very interesting right there though, man. Um and that's and it's very unfortunate that gift of gab had passed away with natural causes. That's very unfortunate, man. Um that's very unfortunate right there. So SIP to gift of gab. All right. Um Now I don't know if there's any more information that I can actually find out about. Yeah, because all I know is that this was in 2010. I forget what month. I think it was around November. It was around November 2010, I believe. Let's see. I forget. Anyway, man, I'm not even gonna stay on this for too long. So anyway, so that was Blackalicious. Now we go to and of course you guys are more than welcome to actually listen to their music as well. Now I'm pretty sure that they have like their music on let's see if they have it on Spotify because that would be very interesting and I had no idea about this. So, you know what I mean? So, we're going to actually talk about that. in this- I had no idea though, man. Hold on. Just give me a second. So, of course, for those of you who may not know who they are, and of course, um, so like a few other West Coast rap acts, including the Far Side and Jurassic 5, Blackalicious have generally favored what hip hoppers call the positive tip. In other words, their lyrics have often been spiritual and uplifting rather than violent or misogynistic. Like a lot of experimental alternative rappers, Blackalicious can be quirky and eccentric. Nonetheless, spirituality is a big part of the group's music. Although Blackalicious weren't formed until the early 90s, their numbers had known each other since the late 80s. Founding members Gift of Gab, Timothy Parker, and Chief Axel, which aka Xavier Mosley, first met in Sacramento, California in 1987. Blah blah blah. And I already mentioned that stuff already. So yeah, that's crazy that he. It's crazy that he passed, man. That's crazy that he passed this year, man. I had no idea. Wow. I had no idea that he passed this year, man. That's crazy. Anyway, um, you guys are more than welcome to check out Blackalicious on Spotify, along with their previous discographies. Let's take a look. Yeah, the discographies. Okay, you can take a look at their singles. You can take a look at their albums on there. Um, and yeah, so that's pretty much it for Blackalicious right there, man. So, you know what I mean? Um, now, we are going to review. We're gonna review like maybe two or three things actually. Uh, yeah, two or three things. Okay, we're going to actually go to another segment that I like to call the Chillax Man Cave Popcorn Lounge. All right. This is about the TV shows and the movies and stuff that recently and most recent and previously came out and stuff over the years. So this is more like a combination of old and new school, you know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much a throwback. This is a throwback right here. And this one right here has to do with this Christmas, which I seen. All right. So this Christmas is a 2007 American Christmas comedy film produced by Rainforest Films and distributed by Screen Gems. Written and produced and directed by Preston A. Whitmore II. It is a Christmas time story that centers on the Whitfield family, whose eldest has come home for the first time in 4 years. The film is named after the 1970 Donny Hathaway song of the same name, which is covered by Chris Brown in the film. The Whitfield family overcome many trials and obstacles during the Christmas season. And of course, obviously, Delroy Lindo, Idris Elba, Loretta Devine, Chris Brown, Columbus Short, Regina King, Keith Robertson, Laz Alonso, Sharon Leal, Lauren London, and Mackay Pfeiffer. Um, yeah, we're gonna go over the reception. So, um, on the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 54% based on 83 reviews, with an average rating of 5.9 out of 10. The website's critics' consensus reads, "This Christmas features strong performances and a sharp portrayal of family dynamics, but relies too heavy on holiday movie cliches." On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 63 out of 100, based on 24 critics indicating generally favorable reviews. The film opened in the box office at number two in the box office, next to Enchanted. The film became a box office hit after opening with 17,958,183. Not kidding. Um, and we're gonna go to the awards and nominations. Um, So Asian Excellence Awards. I never heard of this. Wow. Outstanding actress in a movie. Sharon Leo won that one. And so the Image Awards, Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture, Outstanding Director directing in a Motion Picture, Loretta Devine and Preston A. Whitmore the second, both got nominations. And the MTV Awards, Breakthrough Performance, Chris Brown got a nomination. Wow. Yeah, so the budget was $13 million, and the box office was $49.8 million. Yeah, so there you have it. And that was a lit movie that I ever watched though, man, in terms of Christmas. Hey man. Um speaking of lit, you want to know what else is lit when it comes to Christmas? My favorite cartoon of all time, which is A Charlie Brown Christmas, okay? And for those of you folks out there that don't know what that's based on, I'm going to fill you in. So there you have it. So, A Charlie Brown Christmas is a 1965 animated television special. It is the first TV special based on the comic strip Peanuts. Not the peanuts that people eat, folks. Oh, oh man. Um, by Charles M. Schultz, produced by Lee Mendelson. Okay. And directed by Bill Melendez. The program made its debut on CBS on December 9th, 1965. In the special, Charlie Brown finds himself depressed despite the onset of the cheerful holiday season. Lucy suggests he direct a neighborhood Christmas play, but his best efforts are ignored and mocked by his peers when he chooses a real but puny Christmas tree as a centerpiece. So, um, so the voice actors are Peter Robbins, Christopher Shea, Kathy Steinberg, Tracy Stratford, Bill Melendez, and Atari, Chris Doran, Sally Dryer. Oh man, Karen Mendelson. Yeah, Mendelson. Okay, there you go. Um, Jeffrey Ornstein. Wow. um. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the budget was $96,000, and this was from 1965 to 2000 on CBS, and this was on ABC from 2001 to 2019, and Apple TV Plus and PBS 2020 to the present. Wow. Um okay, so after the comic strip's debut in 1950, Peanuts had become a phenomenon worldwide by the mid 1960s. The special was commissioned and sponsored by the Coca-Cola Company and was written over a period of several weeks and produced on a small budget in 6 months. And casting the characters, the producers took an unconventional route, hiring child actors. The program soundtrack and was similarly unorthodox, featuring a jazz score by pianist Vince Garaldi, its lack of a laugh track, um, in addition to its tone, pacing, music, and animation, led both the producers and the network to predict that the project would be a disaster. However, contrary to their collective apprehension, A Charlie Brown Christmas received high ratings and acclaim from critics. It has been honored with an Emmy and a Peabody Award. Yeah. And has become an annual presentation in the United States, airing on broadcast television during the Christmas season. Its success paved the way for a series of Peanuts television specials and films. Its jazz soundtrack achieved commercial success, selling 4 million copies in the US. Unlike theatrical versions of A Charlie Brown Christmas have been staged. Yeah. Um. Oh boy. So I'm not even gonna really. Should I even go over the Wait. Wait a minute here. Um. Okay, so the soundtrack to A Charlie Brown Christmas is an unorthodox mix of traditional Christmas music and jazz. The jazz portions were created by the Guaraldi Trio. Producer Lee Mandelson, a fan of jazz, heard Guaraldi's, Guaraldi's um crossover hit cast Your Fate to the Wind on the radio not long after completion of his documentary Charlie Brown and Charles Schultz, and contacted the musician to produce music for the special. Guaraldi composed the music for the project, creating an entire piece, Linus and Lucy, to serve as the theme. When Coca Cola commissioned a Charlie Brown Christmas in spring 1965, um, Guaraldi returned to write the music. Um, the first instrumentals for the special were recorded by Guaraldi at Glendale, California's Whitney Studio with bassist Monty Budwing and drummer Colin Bailey, recycling Linus and Lucy from the earlier special. Guaraldi completed two new originals for the special: Skating and Christmas. Time here. Time is here. Um, yeah, Christmas time is here, is what I meant to say, folks. Just stay with me. Um, In the weeks preceding the premiere, Mendelsohn encountered trouble finding a lyricist for Guaraldi's instrumental intro and penned Christmas Time is Here in about 15 minutes on the backside of an envelope. The special opens and closes with a choir of children called from St. Paul's Episcopal Church in San Rafael, California, performing Christmas Time is Here. And hark, I don't know what hark means. I don't know what hark means. Don't ask me what that shit means. Don't ask me what that shit means, man. The Herald Angels sing um one of the singers, Candace Hackett Shively, went on to become an elementary school teacher and sent a letter of gratitude to Schultz after he announced the retirement in 2000. In the letter, the recalls recording the choir at Fantasy Studios and going out for ice cream afterwards, while also noting that she tells the story to her grade school schoolers each holiday season. The recording sessions um, were conducted in late autumn 1965. and were cut in three separate sessions over 2 weeks. They often ran into the night, resulting in angry parents, some who forbade their children from returning. Consequently, numerous and new children were present at each session. The children were directed by Barry Mania, who demanded perfection from the choir. Mendelssohn and Guaraldi disagreed. Desiring the kids to sound like kids, they used a slightly off key version of Hark, the Herald Angels sing in the final cut. Children were paid $5 for their participation. In addition, no, excuse me. Yes, in addition, the children recorded dialogue for the special's final scene, in which the crowd of kids shout "Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown." Um, so the soundtrack for the special was recorded during these sessions with decisions um, regarding timing and phrasing determined quickly. Guaraldi brought in bassist Fred Marshall and drummer Jerry Grinelli to record the music, and spent time later re-recording earlier tracks, including covers of the Christmas song and Green Sleeves. The eventual LP release credited Guaraldi solely, neglecting to mention the other musicians. Guaraldi was notorious for never keeping records of his session players. Nearly 3 decades later, in an effort to correct the matter, Fantasy submits that the recordings with Budwing and Bailey were employed in the special, while Marshall and Grinelli recorded the album. Hold on, folks. Let me take a sip. Hold on. Let me see how much time I got here. All right, we can wing this. All right, we can wing it. Um, despite this, other individuals have come forward claiming to have recorded the specials music. Basics Eugene Firth and Al um Obid Abid Abedinsky. Yes, Abedinsky. Yes. And drummers Paul Distel and Benny Barf. Barf. Oh man. Firth and Distil are noted as performers on the studio session report. Guaraldi filed for the American Federation of Musicians. Charlie Brown Christmas was voted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2007 and added to the Library of Congress National Recording Registry list of culturally, historically, and aesthetically important American sound recordings in 2012. So I have always felt that one of the key elements that made that show was the music, said Mendelssohn in 2010. It gave it a contemporary sound that appealed to all ages. Excuse me. Although Vince had never scored anything else, and although I was basically a documentary filmmaker at the time, we started to work together on the cues because we both loved jazz and we both played the piano. So he would bring in the material for each scene and we would go over it scene by scene. Most of the time, the music worked perfectly, but there were the times we were either not used used to use not use something or use it somewhere else. We went through this we went through this same process on all 16 shows. Although there was always some leftover music, most of the time what he wrote and performed is what went on the air. Okay, so we go to the reception. Okay, we'll go to the reception, folks. So just stay with me here. Um, A Charlie Brown Christmas was completed just 10 days shy of its national broadcast premiere. All involved believed the special would be a disaster. Melendez first saw the completed animation at a showing in the theater in the days before its premiere, turning to his crew of animators and and remarking, "My golly, we've killed it." Melendez was embarrassed, but one of the animators, Ed Levitt, was more positive regarding the special, telling him it was the best special he'll ever make. This show is going to run for 100 years. Mendelsohn was similar in his assumptions of the show's quality, and when he showed the film to network executives in New York, their opinions were also negative. Their complaints included the show's slow pace, the music not fitting, and the animation too simple. I really believe if it hadn't been scheduled for the following week, there's no way they were going to broadcast that show. Mendelssohn said. No, Mendelssohn later said. Um, Executives had invited television critic Richard Bergheim of Time to view the special and debated as to whether showing it to him would be a good idea. His review, um, printed the following week, was positive, praising the special as unpretentious and writing that a Charlie Brown Christmas is one children's special this season that bears repeating. Um, so the program premiered on CBS on December 9th, 1969 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, preempting the monsters and was viewed by 45% of those watching television that evening, with the number of homes watching the special an estimated 15,490,000, placing it at number two in the ratings, behind Bonanza on NBC. Um, the special received critical acclaim. Hollywood Reporter deemed that the show delightfully novel and amusing, while the weekly Variety dubbed it fascinating and haunting. Bob Williams of the New York Post praised the very neat transition from comic page to screen, while Laurent of the Washington Post declared that natural born loser Charlie Brown finally turned up a real winner last night. Harriet Van Horn of the New York World Telegram hailed the scene in which Linus recites scriptures, commenting Linus' reading of the story of the Nativity was quite simply the dramatic highlight of the season. Harry Harris of the Philadelphia Inquirer called the program a Yule classic, generated quiet warmth and amusement, and Terrence O'Flaherty of the San Francisco Chronicle wrote, Charlie Brown was a gem of a television show. Ben Gross of the um, New York Daily News praised the special's charm and good taste, while Rick Dubrow of United Press International predicted the Peanuts characters last night staked out a claim to a major television future. The film has aggregated review score of 83%, um, on based on 18 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. The show's positive reviews were highlighted with an ad in trade magazines. One thanked Coca-Cola, CBS United Features Syndicate, and the show's viewers. Fantasy released the special soundtrack the first week of December 1965, coinciding with the special's air date. United Features Syndicate pushed hard to promote the special, while Word Publishing issued a hardcover adaptation, no, adaptation, excuse me, of the special. Um, CBS promptly ordered 4 additional Peanut specials. A Charlie Brown Christmas was awarded the Emmy Award for Outstanding Children's Program in 1966. Charlie Brown is not used to winning, so we think you Schultz joked. Rotten Tomatoes records 3 negative reviews for the special for an overall rating of 83%. One is a 2005 2-star review from Emmanuel Levy that is no longer on Levy's website. The other two come from the Medium Popcorn podcast. Never heard of it, in which both hosts gave the special a 1 out of 5 stars review. Damn, man, that's crazy. Um, and speaking of which, yeah, we got into all that right there. So I don't know, but I'm not even gonna really, I'm not even gonna really get into the whole legacy shit. So there's a stage adaptation for this. So actually, there is in 2013, Whitmark Music Library Incorporated began licensing an official stage version of the television special authorized by the Schultz family and Lee Mandelson. The stage version follows the television special but includes an optional sing along section of Christmas songs at the end. It includes all of Vince Guaraldi's music from the television special, and the television script is adapted for the stage by Eric Schaefer. It has been performed by hundreds of schools, churches, and community theaters. Um, And of course, the popularity of the special practically eliminated the popularity of the aluminum Christmas tree, which was a fad from 1958 to 1965, when the special portrayed it negatively. By 1967, just 2 years after the special first aired, they were no longer being regularly manufactured. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree has been used to comedic effects with people familiar with the special, and has become synonymous with poorly executed and minimalist Christmas decorating. A model of the tree is offered by various retailers. Okay, so there you have it right there though, man. Yeah, one of my favorites right there though. Now before I even go to the whole TMZ thing, I want to actually I want to go over a music artist. Um Actually, I didn't get a chance to actually include that in the music Kool-Aid section of the segment. So we're gonna actually, include Shaggy. All right. Yeah, obviously he was featured on TMZ Live and stuff. So we're gonna go over his deluxe album. This came out October 1st, which was 2 months ago. Wow. Okay. So So here are the songs actually, man. You know what I mean? Um, here are the songs actually, you know what I'm saying? Um, No Icy Christmas featuring Sanchez. We got Us featuring Shensia and OMI. Take You to the Cool featuring Richie Stevens and Conquer. No, Conqueror. Yeah, Conqueror. Okay. Christmas in the Islands featuring Rayvon. Holiday in Jamaica featuring Neo and Ding Dong. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's funny, man. um anyway, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Open presents featuring Romaine, no Roman Virgo. Uh, Rag Ragmuffin. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Don't ask me what a ragmuffin is, folks. I'm not even gonna go there with y'all. Oh man. Yeah, Ragmuffin Christmas featuring Junior Reed and Bounty Killer. Christmas time featuring Jamila Falak. 12 Days of Christmas featuring Beanie Man and Craigie T. Warm and Easy, Sunny Celebration featuring Josh Stone. Catch Myself Some Rays featuring Kari's. Love When It's Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas. Silent Night featuring Sting. We Three Kings. Amazing Christmas. Nothing Like the Holidays featuring Bougie Garland. Wow. So yeah, his Christmas album is out right now. It came out October 1st, 2021 of this year. So you guys are more than welcome to actually check it out on Spotify, which is called Christmas in the Islands, the deluxe edition. And of course any other music platforms you actually desire and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Um and yeah, that's going to be hang on a minute, man. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yeah. Um yeah, by the way, man, I did take a look at the trailer for TMZ's Christmas special, which is called Merry Elfin Christmas. And basically it's a Christmas special involving celebrities that share their stories of how 2021 went. As far as like, the ups and downs and stuff. Um and of course this features the top guest cast, which is let me just zoom in real quick. This features guests like Chriselle Staus, Joe McHale, McHale, um, Rebecca Quinn, Howie Mandel, Nene Leakes, um, and along with special guests whatsoever. Um, this this special is going to be coming out on Fox by December 26th, which is the day after Christmas Day. Which is interesting because I didn't even think they was gonna do it like that though, man. I mean, I thought they was gonna do it before Christmas, like say December 23rd, which I wasn't even aware about that. But because of football and shit though, man, you know what I'm saying? It couldn't really happen. So, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys check out TMZ's Christmas special, Merry Elfin Christmas, December 26th. I believe let me see what time it's gonna come on, folks. So just give me a sec. Give me a second here, man. Let me see what time. Let me see what time. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be, I forget what time it's coming on though, man. Oh, here it is. December 26th at 7 p.m. on Fox. You can also watch it on the on YouTube as well as other cable outlets and stuff like that. You know the gist. So basically, yeah. And yeah, this was an interesting episode right here for episode 39. I'm glad I actually got a chance to do this because Christmas Day is tomorrow. So I wanted to actually get this out the way, and I'll do what I can to actually get and whatever I didn't get a chance to do, um I will actually try to do it before I, you know, you know, get some shut eye, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, man. So listen, let me just put myself back on screen. Hold on a second. Yes. That was your episode 39 Christmas special, and I am in a Christmas mood right now because before I came home, I was able to grab some eggnog from Key Food. I didn't want to walk all the way to Target or Walmart while I was in Long Island because I had to catch a bus. So now um yeah, and I'm glad I got the eggnog shit out the way too, man. You know what I mean? Um I want to throw in let me throw this stuff, man. Let me throw something in right now for you guys in honor of this Christmas episode. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's one more thing. Yeah. As I said, I do apologize for the TV that was on and stuff while I was recording the sound effects. Um and you know the rest though, man. And I wanted to actually do something special for, each episode in separate podcast shows and stuff to actually, get into the Christmas spirit, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I didn't forget the segment that I didn't get a chance to talk about on my other show, Off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast. So I'm actually going to actually bring that in, and that, my friend, is called the podcast juice of the week. Okay, so podcast juice of the week is about you know the suggestions of what you can what to listen to and stuff like that. So we're going to go on to the Spotify in a second. We're going to go on to Spotify and stuff. So just bear with me, folks. Stay with me. Um okay. Um yeah, I'm going to actually, let's start off with we're gonna go to the we're gonna go to the library, and other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Um so there you have it. Um so my recommendation, suggestion, however you want to call it, actually, it is going to be, hold on a second. I want to talk about the new podcast that Nas actually premiered. All right. So there you go. So our first choice of, you know, podcast juice of the week is The Bridge 50 Years of Hip Hop. Of course, join Nas and Minya, um, aka Miss Info. Oh, for The Bridge, candid conversations with legendary figures who developed the culture and the new generation of voices carrying hip hop forward. We celebrate hip hop now and through its 50th anniversary in 2023. It was written, now it's heard. All right. My next one has to do with two women who I was helping recently. Um, and of course, their name is Coco and Cindy. Cindy's of course, username nickname is, of course, Pink Rice, of course, from the Poco app, of course. Basically, they have a show called You Are Glowing. So, so here's the synopsis to this shit, though. So welcome to You Are Glowing podcast. Of course, we're your hosts, Coco and Cindy. On this podcast, we'll be sharing advice, laughs, stories, and tips to keep you glowing. Join in on our weekly conversations as we discuss the topics of self improvement and wellness. Yeah, make sure you check out their podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, and whatever you get your podcasts and stuff. And also, you can follow them. You can follow them individual. No, you can follow the podcast on Instagram. You're glowing. All right, they're on Instagram. The podcast is show itself is on Instagram. Cindy is the main person that's on Instagram as well. So you know what I'm saying? So make sure you check out the episodes that they just put out and stuff. From beginning to episode 7. Um yeah, that's one of my other recommendations. Um Another podcast show that I want to recommend that I was actually getting into late. Hold on a sec. Another podcast I would like to recommend is, of course, um, of course, Sensibly Cynical. Yeah, um, yes, Sensibly Cynical. Of course, um, we talk about topics that are on the minds of the masses while taking the discussions to sensibly extreme levels. So there you have it right there. the host's name is Sean, by the way. I don't know his last name on there or his nickname, so I can't really tell you. Um, so yeah, and of course, dropping gems. I'm actually going to actually get into that as well. Actually, yes. So, hosted by Debbie Brown, Dropping Gems is a soft place to land where higher consciousness meets your everyday life. Nourish your spirit, grab new tools for the journey, and fall deeply in love with the highest version of who you are. Debbie Brown serves as the Chief Impact Officer at Chopper Global and is the voice of daily meditation on the Chopper Wellness app, well-being educator, author of Crystal Bliss, founder of Karma Bliss, a founding board member of the Mental Wealth Alliance, host of the Black Effect Podcast Network podcast, dropping gems, seasoned broadcaster and multi modality healing practitioner. Devi is devoted to spiritual connection, meant to aid in the healing of intergenerational trauma and internal liberation. Her work is rooted in weaving ancient and modern practices into tangible healing to tools that are in support of emotional growth and radical self-love. All right. I know I'm not I know it's been a minute since I did all this. I know it's been a minute since I did all this actually. Um and I will actually get to, let me see if there's any other podcast recommendations I could do. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute here. So there's Bible studies with Brianda, right? Um, okay. So Bible studies with Brianna is a safe space to confess your sins and answer Jesus' phone calls. Join Brianna every Wednesday for a quick and fun Bible study. No, Bible story, excuse me, you never knew you needed. See you there, Bible babes. Interesting. Of course, you could check that out. Um, what else, man? What else can I actually recommend here? Um, what else can I recommend here? Of course, obviously, the TMZ podcast, which is another particular particular podcast that I actually listen to, and of course the TV shows itself on Fox 5, of course, and of course this podcast show features Harvey Levin and his crew, bring you the latest in TMZ's brand of edgy exclusive content. It's everything you need to know about the stories everyone is talking about. So, of course, the episodes they're basically doing the same thing like I'm doing. They drop their episodes like I'm doing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I actually just dropped 2 episodes of my show Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast, which is episode 99 and 100, which I actually did um I which I actually did recently. So, you know what I'm saying? Um so yeah. Um you know, you know what though? Let me tell you something, folks. Um let me tell you something, folks. If you guys have any podcast recommendations that you want me to talk about in the segment of Podcast Juice of the Week, feel free to DM me at G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. And speaking of social media handles, I will get to that in a second. If you like what you heard in today's show, be sure to show some love by making a charitable donation to the Cashapp, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555 on there. And of course, once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing what you can, and you don't have to stress yourself out about having a lot of money to show more support to somebody. It's not about that, man. It's all about whatever you're comfortable um with, whatever amount you like to give will be appreciated. All right. So don't worry about that. Um so anyway, so you can follow the show Meticulous Juice Podcast on Instagram alongside with Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, which I will try to see if I can record episode 8. Um also you can follow my number one show that reached its 100 episode, Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast, on Facebook and Instagram. All right. And make sure you actually catch up on the previous episodes whatsoever, and make sure you turn on your notifications, because you never know when I might do an Instagram live. And also, you can also follow me on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Make sure you turn on your notifications, and also reminders. Meticulous Juice podcast is on Mondays, Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Thursdays at 9 p.m. Excellent Fun Vibrant podcast. For now is on Sundays at 6. Next year I am adding Saturdays at 8, or a different day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure to be exact, but I am gonna try Saturday to see what's going on there. I mean, it's a sports weekend, so I figured why not though. And Off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast is on Wednesdays, Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 p.m. All right. And of course, a quick reminder, Meticulous Juice podcast review show will be back on January the 4th, which is a Tuesday in 2022. Off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast will be back on Wednesday, January 5th, 6 p.m. And my sports podcast, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, will be back on a new day, and still on Sundays at 6 p.m. So Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 6 p.m. All right. So that's January 8th, which will be the return date. And that's a Saturday. And of course, Sundays is still the same, which is 6 p.m. So there you have it. And 17 Live is G Money Stacks 5. No, excuse me, G Money Stacks Queens, New York. All right. So there you have it. There you have it right there. And now we are going to go to a segment that I actually created recently called Stream Choices on the Go. All right. Yes, Stream Choices on the Go is where we go over where you can listen to the episodes on every streaming platforms. Of course, don't forget to rate on Spotify on the episodes. I just found out that they had a rating a section where you rate the shows and stuff and the episodes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So um of course I will remind you about that in a second. But first and foremost, let's get to the streaming platforms on the go, shall we? Hold on a minute here. All right. All right, so you can listen to the episodes on Anchor, Audible, Audacity, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podcast Addict, Podorama, Podopolo, Podcast Index, Podchaser. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. Don't forget to leave a rating on Spotify as well. Um, and also, like I said, we are on Spotify. We Reason FM. We are on Spotify. We are on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio slash Alexa, um Google Podcasts, and don't forget to listen to Meticulous Juice podcast on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. Go grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel page of Meticulous Juice podcast, alongside with enabling the alerts with the notification bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes that was already recorded, that will be automatically posted to the YouTube channel page after the uploads. Also, be sure to download your favorite episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, and plus tell a friend to another friend. Make sure you share the podcast alongside with the audio streaming platforms with the Linktree link that says Linktree / Meticulous Juice podcast. All right. When you click on the link that says Linktree / Meticulous Juice podcast on Instagram and in the description, it'll take you to the audio streaming platforms that I just went over. All right. Now we're gonna go into some free game. For you guys out there and the folks out there that's actually listening to this podcast right now, along with my other shows, if you are interested and you have a dream of being a podcaster and you would like to create a show like I'm doing with 3 shows under my belt, here's some key things that you're going to need to start a podcast. All right. First and foremost, you need headphones. You also need a microphone. And of course, you're going to need a laptop or a computer so you can do your live streams, whether it's on YouTube, like YouTube and stuff. You know what I mean? And of course, you're going to need a software to support your live streams, like I'm doing right now with StreamYard. And for those of you who are new to the show, that's listening and watching on the YouTube right now, StreamYard is software that I am using that involves creation tools where you can create segments There's banners for talking points that's scrolling across your YouTube screen right there with the social media handles where you can follow the show and myself. You could create your websites on there as far as your businesses, your books, your music, your podcasts, of course, radio stations, all that good shit though, man. You know what I mean? And also you are able to create your own brand as well. Plus, it includes invite links. You get to invite people um to your live chat during the live stream with invite links to StreamYard. You get to add up to 6 people in the free version, but in the upgraded version, you gotta pay. I would suggest you use the free version because with the free version, it allows you to do 20 hours worth of live streaming. And I never done 20 hours of live streaming before, but it's only because of the episodes that I'm recording. So you know what I'm saying? Um Also, let me not forget this. Also, yes, with StreamYard, you get to actually, you know, like I said, you get to invite people in, and depending on the day that you set that up, um when you see the person that's like on the bottom of the screen of your laptop and stuff like that, and you see the person, you add them to your live stream chat. That way they'll be able to hear you and all that other good shit. So there you go, right there with StreamYard though, man. And when you create an account with StreamYard, um, you don't gotta worry about remembering your password. When you add your email to StreamYard, it'll give you like a email with a code number. When you see the code number, you type in the code number, and then when you log in, it'll take you to a page where you can actually set up your description of your episodes, of course, where you could actually put your social media handles and shit like that alongside with your thumbnail pictures. You know the rest. Um, so so that was some insight on StreamYard though, man. It's 5 times better than Zoom, folks. So don't worry about the audio quality. The audio quality on StreamYard is actually good. So there you have it right there. Also, um, when you are creating a unique name for your podcast shows, don't worry about the fucking don't worry about the hater pound cakes and cheesecakes and garbage burgers and shit like that, man. Because you're you you're the one that's making yourself happy by following your goals and dreams of your career. You're the one doing that, not them. So what you want to do is picture them as food and snacks by eating them up like this. And yeah, also, don't worry about certain people not liking the name of your show and stuff like that. If they don't understand your vision and the storyline behind the name and why they named it that and stuff like that, don't worry about that. You do what makes you happy because you only human. You know what I mean? You're only human, so don't worry about them. So there you have it. Um, Another way you can actually get in on the whole podcasting thing is the site that I use is called Anchor. So basically, it's a hosting site and phone app where it has the creation tools and shit like that. Um, Along with you creating your episodes, creating creation tools for you to add music, intros and outros and messages and stuff. So when it comes to you posting your first episode, that's how you activate your RSS feed. Your RSS feed is a representation of you being the owner, and also your email address, including the podcast page, actually represents actually represents um you as an owner with creative control, and of course, being independent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um and yeah, so you can download the Anchor app, or you could check out the website, which is anchor.fm, so you can get yourself a head start on your podcast journey. All right. So there you go. So listen, um, this has been a fun Christmas episode. I was glad to actually record those sound effects for you guys and stuff to make it special. And I really truly appreciate every single one of you who actually took the chance to actually not only listen to um the review show Meticulous Juice podcast, but also my number one show, Off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast, which actually celebrated the 1 year anniversary, and of course the 100 episode that I just dropped off already. So you know what I mean. Some of my episodes are between sometimes and over an hour and sometimes over 2 hours, based on depending on the topics that I talk about, though, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, look, that's gonna do it for me. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and rocking with me. And I hope you guys have yourself a Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed the Christmas weekend alongside with the new year, along with 2022. Um and hold on a minute here, man. This is I want to actually before I wrap this up, man. Let me just go on something right here, man. I want to actually this was suggested to me by Soul Live, actually. So let me just say let me say this though, man. Hold on a second. So he suggested some Christmas questions, right? So here it is. Um, so this is for you guys. This is for the folks out there that's actually listening and stuff like that. So let me just go on with these questions right here. I'm gonna post these on both of my podcast pages, all right? So listen to this. Um yes. It is is it still Christmas? Is it still Christmas um where you live? Is it still Christmas is you where you live by yourself? Wait, okay. So is it still Christmas where you live by yourself? If your ex gets you a Christmas gift, do you tell your girlfriend? And should she get upset or not? Who does the cooking in your house for the holidays? What's the best way for broke people to celebrate Christmas? Are y'all tired of the same white people music, white Christmas music? Are y'all tired of the same white people Christmas music? What the fuck does chestnuts on a open fire have to do with Christmas? Oh my gosh. Do you hide the receipt when giving your Christmas gift to someone or not? So these are the questions I am going to post on the Meticulous Juice podcast page and off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast page as well. So I'm going to post that on Saturday, and which is tomorrow. So you know what I'm saying. Um. So thank you for this. Thank you for the Christmas questions, So Live. Um, I actually didn't really think that I was actually gonna pull this off because I was trying to figure out what you was trying to say on one of the questions and stuff like that. But I actually rewarded, so just bear with me and shit though, man. So thank you for that. Um, yeah. So that's gonna do it for me, man. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope you guys, like I said, enjoy your Christmas weekend, and I hope you have a very safe Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and of course, a happy 2022. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you have your water alongside with your Gatorade with electrolytes for energy and strength. Wash your hands, hand sanitizer, soap and water, all the other good shit though, man. So water and Gatorade with electrolytes and shit, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm fucking saying though, man. It's electrolytes, man. It represents energy, man. That's very important to your health. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. G Money Stacks is clocking out of here, man. And I hope you enjoyed episode 39. And I hope you enjoyed episode 100 of my show off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast. And give us your feedback, man. Like, comment. Give your thoughts and talks about what you think of the episodes, what you thought about the topics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, comment on the social media show's page as I make the postings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'll really mean a lot to me if you actually had a chance to actually chime in on the conversations of the discussions of topics that's going to be discussed and stuff like that though, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm off this shit. I'm gonna be out of here, man. Make sure you guys are safe and sound, masked up, covered up. Be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with. Make sure you reach out to your loved ones, of course, to see how they're doing on the inside, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And yeah, that's it. Um, peace and one love, and have yourself a good night, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year of 2022.